Hi everyone, Tony here from Scrap Crazy with Tony. I'm going to be bringing you some cards today. These are swap cards that I'm making for a swap group and using the Tulla Norbert range. Now these were sent to me from Laura, a really amazingly beautiful lady in America. She is a consultant with Kiwi Lane. Anyone in Australia that doesn't know what Kiwi Lane is, please definitely have a Google and head over and have a look. I can send you a link to Laura who can help us Aussies out getting some goodies to us. Kiwi Lane have got the most incredible templates and stencils that you can use in your layouts and your cards. I love using them. I have so much fun. They have really great stuff. I've got a big list of order with Laura that I'd love to get done, and they're just ideas. They even include ideas for layouts and stuff like that. And so this paper, again, thank you Laura for getting these sorted for me. These are so cute. I'm going to feature these today in the cards, but I'm also going to feature this paper collection in another video of mine for the lazy scrapping series. So I'll just quickly go through the papers now, because of course you will see them again in the lazy scrapping series. Very, very cute papers. And so the ones I'm going to have a quick play with today to make the cards is this green side. This is the sticker sheet that it comes with, so cute. And this side of the papers. So here are the measurements for the cards that I'm going to make. Now we need to make, the criteria for the swap cards is a frame as the main feature. I need to add some sort of metallic, which I will use some of that for that, as well as some pattern paper. So of course I've got my pattern paper sorted out. So I'm going to start off with just the regular card bases. So I've got 3 there. We do need to make it in a set of 3. There we go. So there's my regular normal size card bases. I believe this is just the A4 size cut in half and then folded. Okay, so I'm going to start. So my first layer is the green. I've already pre-measured these and organized what sizes I did want or would need. So then doing the video, it wouldn't be as tricky for me to sort out. Now, because I want to use this paper twice, sometimes I would, what I call gut it out. I would take out the middle backing of it, so that way it saves you some extra paper. But today, for the purpose of the video, I'm actually just going to quickly try to whip through it and not bother to take that out today. So these are 4 by 3.5. Now I needed 3 of these, okay? I need 3 of these for the first layer. The next layer I'm going to need the green for is actually 3.25 by 5. So I'm gonna have to trim these down. And these will become the frame. So of course I do actually have to cut the frame out of these, or cut the middle out to create the frame. That's what I should have said. So then to create the frame, I'm going to do about a 3/4 frame today. Or is that half? No, it's only a half. So I'm doing a 1/2 inch frame, which will actually fit my foam tape that I will be using to pop it up and give it dimension perfectly, as I'm going to use and create it into a little bit of a shaker. I love doing swaps even though I haven't quite done as much this year as I have in the past, doing swap cards, whether it's cards or, you know, layouts, projects, any sort of swaps, I really enjoy doing because it gives me the creativity of variety. So they're different themes, they're different folds, different techniques, and it really just gives me that extra bit of creativity to sort of do something different each time. Now, as we know, I am very much a guesser when it comes to using my cutting board to my cutter, sorry, to gut things. I'm very much guess, and I always guess wrong. I'm very much used to this, and I'm very okay with having to then use my scissors to finish the job off. Now, of course, if I had have just gutted that very first layer, I would actually have all of that. See, I could have very easily gutted that, and then I would have actually had that frame. Here we go, I'll flip them over. I would have actually had that frame from that bottom piece, which I really should have done. Okay. Maybe I just need to learn to be a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more trusting of my cutter, so then it's not quite as tricky or as difficult to gauge the correct distance. Because this cut, me taking scissors to this, is actually taking more time than it is to cut the darn thing. Okay. Alright, that's done. Alright, so the next layer is the floral. So let's just put our layers aside. Okay, just fiddling with the iPad there as it was still on. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go. Again, we need 3 of these. Oh, you know what? I've just cut that completely the wrong measurement because I wasn't paying attention. So that is now 5.5. So 5.5 by 3 3/4. And thankfully, I cut it the correct way the second time, and I will get all of my mats out of that. Next is the acetate. Generally, I will change my cutter when I use acetate because you shouldn't use anything like vellum, acetate, chipboard, cardboard, anything like that on your good cutter. However, for the purpose of the video, I just sort of want to hurry up and get it done. So I'm just going to quickly scoot through it. I know I shouldn't. I know I'll get in trouble for this. I know someone's going to watch this video and say, Tony, what are you doing? But I'm going to quickly do it. So, of course, that needs to be big enough to cover that opening, however, small enough to make sure it doesn't go over the edges. So I am cutting the acetate at 3 inches by 4 3/4. so that should fit there perfectly. Now for my metallic element, I'm just going to use some of this fun metallic. I might use this one here. So I'm going to cut that at 2 by 1.5. And I think I wanted to try and make a frame out of this. But goodness knows, I'm going to have a right old time trying to do that. I don't have any square punches in there. Of course I don't. Ow. Let's make, you know what, I'm going to grab out my craft knife and my ruler to cut these out. I'm actually going to flip them over and I'm just going to guesstimate where I sort of want to cut it out. This is no big deal. I'm going to sort of have a bit of a sticker sort of thing and a flower that goes over the top, so it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be even. And we all know that with me, things are very rarely perfect or even, and that is sort of my style of crafting. It's quite funny because people always say, what's your style, what do you do, and you know, do you do this, do that? And I'm like, you know what, I actually do a bit of everything, and I don't technically have a style. But if a style had to be explained, I think lazy scrapping and not perfect, not straight would probably be the best way to describe anything I do. I am a mum of boys, so of course that does come into part of me being okay with things not always being perfect when it comes to my crafting. And I find it's also a good outlet in life for things to not always be perfect. We try to make sure so many parts of our lives are perfect that to have something like this, a hobby or a craft that we can just go, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's a good little outlet. Okay. So there's the extra little frames there. Super cute. Just going to try and tidy up the desk a little bit. Alrighty, so now it's just a case of putting it all together. I am going to ink very lightly around some of these. I might use sage. I just got a new sage from, I think, Spotlight not that long ago. Now usually we say if you are going to ink the edges, do not use this as a stamp, as a, you know, an ink to do your stamping. I am not going to be using it as a thing for ink, for stamping, so I'm pretty much only using it for edges. Most of my small inks like this are just for edging, so I'm okay with doing that. Also, quick little tip is the fact that you want to edge from the front and sort of towards back. Try not to, because it really does ruin your pads. Don't do straight up and down like that, as when you come onto somewhere like here on this edge where it's sharp, it will put lines into your ink pads, and that's where it destroys them. It definitely makes it so it's no longer okay to use to stamp with. So when I make multiple cards, I do like to have a quick little assembly line, which is what I'm starting to sort out here. I find that it makes my job or my thought process just that tiny little bit easier. And I do like to clean and keep a fairly clean desk as well. So the paper collection that I'm using is just off to my left here. The scraps that I've used is off to my far right. And then either on my board is the stuff that I'm going to be using for my assembly. And just on the very edge of the board are my tools. I even have certain sides for stuff, so like my ink always sort of sits roughly about here. My tape always sits right here within reach of my left hand. I've always got my trusty pick with me as well. It always goes on my right side, as I am most of the time right-handed, although I can write with both hands. I've got my acetate there as well, and my little things. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start with my, so I'm going to add some tape to the back of these. Now I'm not going to add this on until after I've got a couple of the layers on. I sort of swap and change what I do. I know some people fully complete their topper before they put it on the card. I know some people work from the card up. It's completely up to you what your preference is. And to be honest, I actually don't have a preference. I do it different like every time I make a card. I am in central Queensland where it is hot, so I tend to use double-sided tape. I try to use some pretty good quality stuff, but I also use glue, so I double up on everything. You might be thinking, why am I only putting 2 sides of tape on these? It's because I'm going to glue them as well. Of course, always using really good quality glue. My favorite is the Tombow glue. It is getting harder and harder to buy it in Australia. However, if you do find a good manufacturer or a good business that have them, jump on. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to add my acetate. I'm going to add my acetate to the back here. This one I'm not going to use the glue. I will use my tape right around. Okay. And then simply just place that on top there, like that. Okay, then we've got our foam tape. These are my tape scissors. We all have some in our stash. I have scissors for everything. I have fussy cutting scissors, I have ribbon scissors, I have paper but not fussy cutting scissors. Of course, I have these ones, which are my tape scissors. Now remember, when you're putting, you know, stuff in a shaker, you want to try and get your foam tape or your dimension, whatever it is that you're using, you really want to try and get it as flush as possible to each other to make that an enclosed box. Because you don't want your confetti or your sprinkles or anything like that falling out. So that's then going to sit there like that. Okay. Now I'm not going to take off that top bit just yet, because that's where I'm going to add my confetti and sprinkles. Putting that in there. Oh, it does look a bit crooked. Oh well. So using that top bit that I did not tape down, just add in a little bit of confetti and sprinkles in there, some sequins, and then you can take that tape off. Oh, that one just wanted to escape then. And put him in there. Done. So there's the shaker done. I'm now going to assemble that straight onto my base. Remembering to use the glue as well. Like I said, Central Queensland can be quite hot, humid, and just for that extra bit of security, it does help to have the glue on there. Okay, so then I think to add the metallic, I'm going to add my little frame down here somewhere. Clean up my little space. Now I've got some old Prima flowers here. I've used these several times in different projects, and I'm just sort of coming down to the last bits of them now. Just thinking maybe these ones. You know, a little flower there like that. I was also thinking about putting the little, what do you think? Will that look all right there? Is that on the frame, under the frame? What do you think? Might actually put it, okay, I'm gonna have to cut, that straight, because this is going to look quite strange otherwise. Bottom, halfway, I'm not sure. Let's go about there. Now this is just a sticker off that sticker sheet. There we go. That is so cute. Alright, I'm going to add the frame, metallic frame, and that is the criteria for the swap. Then add that flower as the last little bit. There we go. That's so cute. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put together the rest of the cards now. So don't forget that you are welcome to drop over to my Facebook page, which is Scrap Crazy with Tony. I also have a blog. I also have a YouTube channel, which I am slowly getting a few things done and added on there. I have done a few projects for the fabulous Twitch It craft kits here in Australia. Tabitha puts together some incredible paper collections from Eco Park and Cartabella and a few more, obviously, puts them together. into amazing kits, and I have been very, very lucky to be able to play with some lately. All of the Christmas projects that I did are actually now up on my YouTube channel, and they are ready to be viewed. So thank you very much to Tabitha for that opportunity. I do have quite a few more kits and projects still to come to share with you guys. But for now, that's what I've got up there. So I do get people asking like why I use the pick. So I have explained it before as well, but for anyone that is fairly new, I use the pick because my nails are real. They are my nails, except for this one, which I ripped off not long ago. But they are my nails. My amazing nail lady is just fabulous and has done some beautiful designs for me. However, I chew, and as soon as I chew my nails, of course they come straight off. So I asked her to put on the extra, I think it's called shellac, and on top, and it just gives the extra hardness and thickness. So when I chew my nails, they no longer break off. Oh, goodness me. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to hide that somehow. Okay. I might need to just cut another piece of acetate. So my sticker, silly me, because my desk is not as clean as it usually is, I've sort of been a bit slack cleaning it up. I've actually just damaged that acetate. So now I'm gonna have to pull my cutter out again. Lucky I do have it written down here what that acetate needs to be. So that needs to be 3 by 4 3/4. See, this is why I like to have a nice, clean and tidy desk, because mistakes like this happen quite often to me. I am accident prone. Oh, see, I've just done it again. See, I've just done it again. I've just ripped that because I dropped the acetate and it goes on there. Now, I'm not going to delete this out of the video. I'm actually gonna let this video play through. I was going to try and stop talking and speed it up. However, just to show everyone that we are human, we do make mistakes, and mistakes can be hidden. I will still try and keep this video as short as possible though, without the speed up. Just means that I need to hop to and get going. Okay. Now really, it would probably be better if I had the smaller thickness foam tape to do this, as just little parts of it can maybe be seen over it. See, if I was really fussy, I could definitely trim that down. Now this is the 12mm, I believe it is from Expressive Tape. I probably should have grabbed maybe the 6mm for this project. I was just being a little bit lazy. Let's be honest. So again, making sure that the foam tape is as close or as flush to the rest of it, so we don't have any gaps for the sprinkles or the confetti to come out. Now we want to leave one on, remember. This is going to be my bottom because I'm going to hide that with the sticker. So to hide that, I'm going to put it all the way to the bottom. There we go. Add our metallic. I might not use that one, I might use that one, I think. And our flower. Now what I'm doing with the tape for the flower, you'll see that I did it on the flower beforehand as well. I'm actually almost doubling up. I'm putting it like twice the length and I'm just folding it back. So most of that flower has now actually got some tape on it. Okay, that one done. Oh no, it's not done because I need to put it on the, sorry, silly me. See, like I said, because sometimes I do work straight off the base, that I finish a topper and then go, done. When, no, actually I'm not. Okay. I haven't done the sprinkles for that yet either. Goodness, I really am just... Goodness me. Okay. I will admit it is a Monday here. Didn't think I was suffering from Monday-itis, but maybe I am. It is day 1 of our school holidays. We have 8 weeks. We have 8 weeks ahead of us. Eight fabulous weeks with my boys. Of course, my oldest son has graduated from high school, so he's now out in the big world. My younger boy has just finished grade 5, so next year he will be going into grade 6, which is the last year of primary school here in Queensland. Going to add the sticker. Because I've ripped that side, I'm actually going to add it from this side now. Flow it over. Out there. Add the frame. Add the super cute flower. So again, with that flower, I've used extra, which I will peel and then double back on itself. Well, it's not even on itself, it's sort of off to the side. If I can get it peeling off. Wow, this video is one of those days. Can you all feel my Monday? Please tell me that you're laughing with me and not laughing at me. Drop me a comment down there. Maybe, you know, best of luck, gonna need it, or something like that. There we go. Okay, now just to finish it off, I'm thinking about this sticker sheet again, just to sort of put a little title there. I'm not really sure what to put, but maybe sticker sheet has, it's the little things. That's a bit cute. I do like that. Oh, happy day. That's a bit cute as well. And maybe the simple life. So there we go. They are 3 very, very quick cards that I've made for an upcoming swap. Of course, now is the time for me to quickly clean up my desk. We all know that I am a person who likes to work with a nice and clean, tidy space. So there are the cards. There are the measurements once again. Nice, quick and easy. You can probably hear my son playing with the ball or something outside, so I do apologize if that has been a little bit annoying or irritating. But there we go. Thank you very much. So again, thanks to Laura for sending me the fabulous pack. I will be making another video using this paper pack in my lazy scrapbooking series. Alrighty, thanks for today and happy Monday to everyone. Enjoy the upcoming holidays.